Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Aisha, and in this video I'm just going to be going through a few things you can do if you lose the ball or attachment on your piercing bar. Now, if your piercing isn't very well established and it's relatively new, like say under a year old, you'll probably want to keep that bar in. Obviously, you're inevitably going to need to get a new ball or attachment for your piercing jewellery, but that isn't always possible to do straight away. So if you're at work or you're at school or it's the middle of the night or something, here are a few things you can do to keep your body jewellery in your body. Please remember that these are just short-term fixes and you really do need to go see a piercer ASAP to get a new ball or a new piece of jewellery, especially if your piercing is still healing. But until you can get to a piercer, here are a few things you can use in place of a ball in the meantime. The thing that I think most people have the easiest access to is blue tack. A clean piece of blue tack. I don't mean, just a piece you haven't used. Go and buy or, use the bit from the bottom of the packet that no one's touched. You can try that. Just pop a little ball of it on the end of your piercing bar and that'll keep it in for a little while. Obviously check on it and all of that kind of stuff, but it should do the job. The second thing that I think that most people have is a clean rubber. So either from the end of a pencil or just go buy a rubber from the pound shop or whatever. Just get a bit of clean rubber, make it into kind of like a small piece, like you don't want the whole rubber sticking out your ear, and just push your bar into it. I feel I should stress how important it is that the rubber is clean. You don't want like a dirty rubber from your or your kid's pencil case just on your ear. That's a bit gross. That's not what I'm recommending. I'm recommending a brand new rubber. Another thing you can use is the squeegee bit that sometimes comes on the back of butterfly back earrings, to like protect you from the sharp end in the packet. If you have one of those, you can pop it over the piercing bar on the front. The hole may be quite thin, so you may need to stretch it over a little bit, but once you've got it on, that should help keep your jewellery secure. And the plus side of this one is they're usually clear, so you probably won't look as weird as you would with blue tack or a rubber. But it's also something that people lose or throw away, so it's a little bit rarer to find in your house, but you could always go buy a new pack of earrings and get one off it. Another thing kind of to do with earrings and all of that kind of stuff that you could use is if you have stretched ears and you've got tiny O-rings from when you first started stretching, those could also go on the front of your piercing bar, much like the squidgy earring backs. So that could work really well as well, and also it wouldn't look too strange. So the last thing that I'm going to suggest is probably the most obvious, but it's last on my list for the reason that it's not actually securing the side with no ball. What you need to do for this is to push your jewellery so that the side with no ball is as far away from the hole as possible. So your jewellery is basically as in your piercing as possible. And then just get a little bit of skin tape or a plaster or even sticky tape, but try not to leave that on for too long. Obviously make sure all of this is clean and just put it along the back just to kind of keep it pushed out. This reduces the chances of your piercing falling out because it's pushed all the way forward and it's taped that way. But again, not something I'd use long term, not the first recommendation for me personally, just because I would prefer to have something on the front to make it secure, and I don't like the idea of a possibly fresh piercing being under tape or plasters or anything. Personally, I'd rather secure the end with fresh blue tack or something like that. That is my list of fixes, and I know I've stressed that these are temporary fixes, but I just want to stress again that they are temporary fixes. And if for any reason you do need to wear them a little bit longer, make sure you refresh whatever is on the front or the back or whatever. So if you've got blue tack on the front, change that piece of blue tack every so often, because you don't want it to get all manky and all of that kind of stuff. But really you shouldn't need to do that. You should have gotten to a piercer before that need occurred. Obviously, if you want to avoid this happening in future, all you need to do is check your balls every few days. Just make sure they're tight, but it does happen to the best of us, so that's why I've shared these fixes for you. But yeah, that is the end of this video, so thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if this video helped you out. Drop a comment below if you do have any questions and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But that's all for now, so I'll see you next time. As a thank you for watching, I'm giving you 10% off at wholeheartedlondon.com, so be sure to head over there and add anything you fancy to your basket and then enter the code YouTube at the checkout to claim your 10% off.